Tonight, if you happen to be on the Golden Gulf Coast in Bay City, you would hear the roaring of the waves in Matagorda. If you were in Lockhart, Texas, on the square, looking at the beautiful courthouse, you would notice tonight that it is shining brighter than ever. Along with it would be the wonderful aroma of barbecue. And you ask yourself, why? Because one of their citizens is being honored here tonight. This, of course, is pure BS. The good folks in Lockhart and the Golden Gulf Coast, they're wondering what the hell I'm doing up here too. But believe me, both of these little towns and the people in them have been good to me. And I just wanted to acknowledge them. I want to thank my wife. Her name is Liz. I better tell that because that's part of the program that she wrote. Okay. My family, my friends, my teammates, and yes, everyone, I have 6 Aggie friends here tonight. Let me tell you, I got 86 people here tonight, and I appreciate them very much, and I love them. But the best thing they do and have done for me is to show Talbot, Lackey, and Paget that I have friends. I would like to thank the committee for selecting me for this great honor. To all of you athletes that have gone before me and so been honored, I feel humbled to join you. Finally, to my class of fellow inductees, if I had a pencil and paper, I couldn't have sat down and picked out a better class to go in with. I would like to thank, everybody's thanking David McWilliams. I would like to thank David McWilliams for all of Coach Rawls' athletes, for his 100 years of service. I'll tell you what, he's been here that long. I tell you, David, we love you and we'll miss you, and we thank you for your service. Now let's have some fun. Please listen to this speech. As much of it was written by the citizens of Lockhart with the help of Don Talbot and Eddie Paget. And if y'all don't know who Don Talbot and Eddie Paget is, before I get through here tonight, y'all gonna wanna go meet them because they're here. All right, I know that many of you are wondering how I got elected to this hall. Yeah, I am too. But I can tell you, if you read the morning paper, you damn sure trying to figure out how I got in this place. They couldn't find anything good to write about me, so they did good, they didn't write anything. So anyway, all right, on a good day and early in the morning, I may be 5 foot 8 inches tall. I weighed 182 pounds in high school. I played at 195, and they put me on the program at 205. I was very, very grateful. I received one scholarship offer, and that was to the University of Texas. I came to the University of Texas. I was the 40th person to sign that year, and I played 3 to 5 minutes as a freshman in 5 games. Now then, I will tell you how I got here tonight. It's nothing to do with I. It's all we. I was honored to be the starting center on the infamous 1961 football team. Some of you I know are not that old, but the 1961 football team was a hell of a team, and it was a good team. It was the 65th best team in the country. Wait a minute. For the first 100 years of college football. Now, you know, that's pretty good. How good were we? I'm going to tell you how good we were. As Coach Campbell once said at one of our reunions, tell everyone how good you are, because you're not ever going to have to prove it. Let me tell you, we won 11 battles. 11 battles, but we lost one war. In that war that we lost, they crossed our 50-yard line one time. The second and third teams, who in 1963 produced for you a national champion, but the second and third teams lettered before we did as starters. We had 60 points scored against us in a season. I don't care if you were playing in 1940, 1960, or 2000. 60 points scored against you in a season is pretty good. We gave up for the season 1,704 yards. We had 3 shutouts, and we averaged 35 points a game. We were outweighed anywhere from 10 to 25 pounds a man. We were small, but I'm going to tell you what, we were damn good. When that bell rang, you knew that if you were an opposing player, you knew that you were going to have your hands full. As Talbot would say, bring it on. When we were on defense, he would tell them, bring it on. Eddie Padgett would say, hey, here we come. You stop us if you can. So we were good. I am being honored because of my teammates, many who have honored me with their presence here tonight. I thank you all. There were 7 seniors on that ball club in 1961. All, with my induction, all 7 are in the Hall of Fame, Hall of Honor. And you know, we were a proud team, but we also were proud that 7 of the starters were from the Golden Gulf Coast. We were recruited by Coach Bob Schultz. Also, probably a rarity is that we had 15 seniors and all of us got degrees. I must mention 2 guardian angels, definitely not the earthly type, believe you me. I will not give you their names, but their initials are Talbot and Padgett. From the day I was promoted from the freshman locker room, which I spent 2.5 years in, to my final game in the Cotton Bowl, these 2 guys, for some unknown reason, looked after me. I don't know whether they felt like that I could not take care of myself or what, but they were always there to take care of me, and they encouraged me continually. And let me tell you, these 2 guys are great competitors, and they were great teammates. And regardless of what I say about them, I love them both. Okay, we had, in 1957, Coach Rawle started something that no one across the United States had ever done, and he hired a counselor, or you could call, we called him the brain coach, and he was the first one in the United States to be hired for such a position. The man's name was Mr. Lan Hewlett, and he come from Lockhart. Let me tell you, Mr. Hewlett did the best he could with me. But I would like to thank my Phi Beta Kappa roommate who set an example for me on how to study and win. He got me through school thanks to Dean God. Now let me tell you how I really made this team. This is a good story. In 1959, I was running anywhere from 5th to 7th team. During tour, let me tell you what, when I run 7th team, I was the only one on it. So anyway, during tour days, one hot August day, a scrimmage was in full swing. And as usual, I was a spectator. All of a sudden, I heard the coach yell, "Is there anyone out here that can center?" I could not even spell center. But I raised my hand quickly, and the coach told me to go see Coach Jones. I went to see Coach Jones. He said, "Center the big ball, David." I said, "Tell me what to do." I don't know what to do. So he showed me how. I centered it to him. Then he went to Coach Roll and said, "Hey, this guy's got good hands." So Coach Roll tells me to get in the huddle. I entered the huddle, and Coach Pittman told me who to block. And I broke the huddle like a champ. I got over the ball. Nothing happened. I said to myself, I have already screwed this up. I raised up, and the rest of the line raised up with me, and then it happened. Now, the quarterback was none other than Bobby Lackey, who is here tonight, a wonderful person. He is only about 5 feet taller than I am. And he proceeded to claim, quote, "Damn, couldn't you find anybody shorter than this squatty body?" With my butt close to the ground and his butt close also, he could have ended my career right there. But being the gentleman that he is, the only thing he would ever tell me is to move out. Coach Roll, everybody died laughing when Bobby stood up and said that. Coach Roll wanting to ever be the man in control, which he damn sure was. He said, "Run the play." I was to have sports writers, girlfriends, dates, students, professors for the next 3 years. Call me Squatty. The coach, until he passed away, called me Squatty. Okay, after every practice, there would be board drills. And everybody who has ever played football knows what a board drill. Basically, what it is knocking the hell out of each other and seeing if you could quit. Many did. And I'll tell you what, more people quit than made it to the varsity to play. So I went to the boards after that day after practice because I was going there every day. As usual that day, but before I got there, Coach Pitt told me to take it on in, Squatty. Let me tell you, I ran all the way to the dressing room because I damn sure didn't want to go be called back and go through the board drill. In a way, I kind of hated to miss it, the board drills, because I was only 2 or 3 sessions away from getting my master's degree in board drills. Next day, I was number 3, working my way up to number 2, out of the freshman locker room after 3 years with the big boys. The 2 guardians and Dean God were the first to welcome me with the real players, because I wasn't a real player. And that day also is when I probably became a red shirt. Some of you know that I had 2 brothers who played at the university. In fact, there was one of us here for Coach Rawls' first 14 years. I am very proud of them. as they truly distinguish themselves on the football field and in the game of life. I'll tell you something else. If you ever get a question of what three athletes at the University of Texas were here for the first 14 years and born on the same day, remember the Kristynik brothers. We were all born on February the 19th. But anyway, as a family growing up, we supported each other in every endeavor. Tonight, I receive this for my family, my brothers and my sister. Though this may sound somewhat immodest, I will tell you this. Marvin, Paul, and I were eligible to receive the Dana X Bible Team Spirit Award 9 times. We received it 6. As you probably noticed, I have not mentioned the man much. Now let me ask you something. For a person with a limited adjective background and really, what in the world can I stand up here and tell you people about Coach Rawl that you already don't know? Or his lovely wife, Mrs. Rawl. They were quite a team. He was a great man, and she was a great lady. The only person in my life, or man in my life, that had a greater impact on me and the way I think and the way I work and the way I do things was my father. And I repeat, what can I say about him? Hey, this guy educated 3/4 of my family. And look where he educated us, at the greatest university, a first class. We are forever grateful that he gave us 3 country bumpkins the opportunity to play for him and attend a great university. I will close with a story regarding Coach Rawl. My wife, brothers, and lackey are saying, thank God he's almost getting ready to close. But Coach Rawl paid my family the greatest compliment anyone ever gave to us. He said, I took 3 of you, and if there would have been a 4th, I would have taken him sight unseen. And I told him, yeah, and he would have been a midget. Hey, thank you, and God bless you, and hook 'em hard.